Hello, hello, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I literally just got back from the theater after seeing Flatliners. I guess I have to call it that because that's what they're calling it. It's a 2017 remake of the 1990 original film. This time it's directed by Niels Arden Oplev. I guess. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, kind of. And the plot is, well, it's pretty similar, I guess, from the original film, where you meet these medical students who, led by Ellen Page, she gets the idea where she wants to kill each other. Well, medically, put themselves down and safely bring them back after a couple minutes of being dead, just to see what it's like, to see what the afterlife is like, if there's anything there. Can you see loved ones or anyone that you feel guilty about? Well, they all find out the hard way that there is some bad things that will happen to you when you cross over and come back, blah 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 blah. I'm just gonna get right to the bottom of it and say that this movie sucked. It did. It was bad. And it was bad not in the sense of, it was not like I was sitting there irritated, not that I was sitting there having my intelligence questioned and mocked and laughed at. No, I was sitting there bored out of my fucking mind watching this movie because, look, you can say that the idea and premise of this movie is interesting because, yeah, it is. The whole idea of the need, the want, the question of what happens when you die. Is there anything past death? Because we all would want to know that and really just need to know that. So I get that, but the problem was that it was done already and done better in the original movie. It was thought out better. The reasons behind each and every one of them wanting to do it just made a lot more sense. This movie, it's like, okay, Ellen Page she feels guilty about the death of her sister years and years ago. Okay, Kiersey Clemons plays Sophia, and she feels guilty about doing something to some girl in class that she wanted to get past in her school career. James Norton is sort of the ladies' man, similar to Billy Baldwin in the original movie, but he feels guilty about getting some girl pregnant and not being there for her for the abortion. Nina Dobrev plays Marlowe, and she's guilty about accidentally killing somebody on the job and covering it up. And Diego Luna plays Ray, who really is just here. Why is he here? Because why not? Why not have yet another character, another good-looking person in this movie? That's another issue. This whole cast is filled with good-looking people. And it's like, it felt like a CW cast. And look, that shouldn't sound like an insult or a complaint really from me, because I watch a bunch of shows on the CW. But still, this cast, they didn't seem like, I didn't feel chemistry. I didn't feel like they would all really be hanging out with each other. There was scenes of them after every time they put someone under and brought them back, they would go out and rave, go out and drink, go out and party. And I never really bought those scenes. They came off as more awkward than anything else. The best actor in this movie is Ellen Page, and she's wasted. She's wasted. She is. Everyone else is I don't want to say that they're bad, because they're not. And a lot of them I've seen be good in other things. But for example, Diego Luna, I don't know what the fuck happened to his acting or his accent or anything. I mean, I could barely understand this guy throughout this whole movie. His character is kind of annoying because the whole time he's like, we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do this. And it's like, okay, sure, one person in the group doesn't want to do this, fine. But he sticks around and he's constantly like, I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to do this anymore. Even one of the characters finally says, dude, shut up, you're not going anywhere. But yet he still complains over and over again. It's annoying. He's only there because he has a crush on Nina Dobrev, and who could blame him? But still, really, how much more are you going to put up with any of this? And the whole dying and coming back when the characters did die and you saw their versions of what the afterlife would be for them, it was unimaginative. There was nothing behind it. there was nothing exciting or great to look at the old movie. And I know it's like, you keep comparing it to the original. Well, yeah, it's a fucking remake, and they're using the same exact name and the same plot. It's just, it's not even shot in a way where I am interested. It's not. It's very paint by numbers, very by the book. It's one of those things where I'm not saying this guy is a bad director. I'm just saying that it felt like this is something he felt like he had to do. He had to do to get to the real movie that he wanted to make. And the whole, when they're back and they're seeing weird things, they're getting those weird side effects. It just sort of became a weird PG-13 horror movie. And what I mean by that is that it just was dumb jump scares that weren't scary at all. Dumb things that were happening, and it's like, oh, look how scary that is. No, it's not scary. It's not scary. You're trying way too hard to be some random horror movie that isn't fitting what this movie should really be about. It should really be about these characters getting past their sins, getting past their, just what they're upset about of what they've done. But by the time that the movie does get there, you don't care. You don't care if they all just died, if they all just did that. Some scenes where the acting was cringeworthy. But the last thing I want to mention is Kiefer Sutherland, because yes, he was Nelson in the original movie, the main character. And when I saw that trailer that showed him in this movie, I said, holy shit, this movie might actually do something interesting where it's not really a remake, it's a sequel. And you see a connection, you see that he's playing the same character. You're like, holy crap, this is him years later. He's going to get involved. He's going to do this and that. No. He's in it for like 2 scenes. They never mention his name or say that he's the same character. He's just here as practically a cameo for people who, I guess, seen or love the original movie. It's like, hey, we got him. Huh? It doesn't mean anything. It was such a waste. This whole movie felt like such a waste. I cannot believe that this film got made.
Man, this some old bullshit.
So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too saw the remake of Flatliners. Just how bad did you think it was? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.